G'day, my name's James. I live in Australia. I fell off a roof at the age of 24 and now I'm in a wheelchair with a broken neck. From an early age I grew up in a broken home, like I'd say a good 50% of Australian kids do. Not bringing anything down on my parents, it's what they had to do, but it's just the way I had to grow up. From there on I went on to a life of just the usual sex, drugs, rock and roll. I went on to do a lot of meth, a lot of alcohol. Probably rolled about 15 cars, all up. I own just near on 20 cars. So I managed to do all that by the time I was 20, about 22. From there on, I went on to start my own business, to turn my life around. I thought everything was working out perfect and on a roll. From there on in, I didn't know I was going on to work that day. I left the house and I never returned. I got taken away in an ambulance. I fell off the roof of a house, approximately 2 metres high. Never had time to put my hands out really, I don't think. And I fell off and broke my neck. Shattering C5 vertebrae in my neck. There I'm going to have bone taken out of my hip, put in my neck, plates, pins and screws, and there on in I spent a week in a psychotic coma, where unfortunately I met the devil face to face, which a lot of you think is junk, and you won't believe it, but until it happens to you, it's true. As soon as I woke up out of the coma, I decided to give my life to God. I gave my life to God at an early age in my Christian walk when I was about 15, but I decided that I didn't really know the true heart of God. After this, I become, I got a touch from God, and I knew God had a real heart for real people. I hate to go through this experience on my own, and I'm lucky I had God from the start in my spinal bed. He nurtured me, and he moulded me into a Christian I am today, but he didn't do it overnight. He's done it over 2 years now, and I'm sure I've got a long walk to go. That's a big thing, becoming a Christian. You don't understand, you're not going to become a Christian overnight. God will mould you, and he'll make you into someone that you need to be. This is, and he doesn't want to do it as a shock. He just wants to do it slowly and nurture you into becoming that. When my brother was 1 month old, unfortunately he passed away, and God's given me the unreal experience of meeting my brother in a dream. And my brother told me basically to never give up. It was a bit of an eye-opening experience, and it was unreal, because it gave me, I was just about to give up, and I woke up that morning and Mum seen a glow about me, and she realised that and I told her a week later that I met Stephen, my brother. So it called me weird, but after this accident now, I'm glad I've had my spinal cord injury. I know I've got a ticket to eternity, and you can't buy them. You just can't buy them these days, You can never buy a ticket to eternity, and I'm going to meet my Creator. I don't think there's any better gift in this world, and it's free, and you just got to ask for it. A big thing in life, what you got to do, I heard a pastor, Paul Scanion, say this to me. You got to turn your rejection in your direction, and that's a big key. You got to really find out what's wrong with you, turn that around, and use it into your direction. So that's a big one. That's one you really want to work on. Find out what's wrong and use that to bring it into your path, into your direction. Every day through my life I suffer immense pain. I didn't think existed, but through the grace of God, He's given me medical people to show me how to fix me. I haven't had a miraculous healing. God uses people to give you healing, which is a big lesson I've learnt. God has just brought people into my life to give me healing. And another thing I also run off is, the greater the sacrifice, the greater the reward. If you make a big sacrifice in your life, obviously giving your life to Christ, which is a big sacrifice, the reward is going to be tremendous. We're only on this earth for the blink of an eye. You know, you gotta understand that. One blink of your eye and you're here on earth. You're in eternity forever. Forever. You know, you just can't describe that. You're here for the one blink of one eye. And we're not, you know, you shut them eyes. I've had an out-of-body experience and I've got to meet God face to face. And I know it's real, I know it's existing. And if I could put what's in me into you, I'd love to do it. But I can't. You just got to go off faith. And faith is what draws you to God. You know? But for one blink of that your eye is eternity. And you want to take a chance with it? You really want to take a chance with eternity? I mean, if you're a gambler, you'll know. You're gambling with your life. You're gambling with your whole eternity. Heaven's going to be great. No more pain, no more suffering. No more suffering in this world. All my pain is going to go away. You know, I'm going to be a pain-free man. I'm going to be, you know, the more work I do here on earth, God is going to give me my great reward in heaven. I'm going to meet my brother. You know, I'm going to walk again. I will walk again. So that's why it's important just to take that step of faith. I talked about that step of faith. The step of faith, obviously, to step you take one foot in front of the other. So a step of faith will just be putting one foot in front of the other towards God, and He'll take you the rest of the way. First step, in my opinion, to be giving your life to Christ, saying that prayer is a big one. But sometimes I don't know, you might have to say that prayer. Christ will be in your life, but you just got to keep taking that step of faith every day. One step in front of the other towards God, and that's all you've got to do. God will show you the rest of the way. You know, He'll open Himself upon you, you know, and He'll reveal Himself. But it's just that step of faith, one step in front of the other towards God. And giving your heart half to Christ is a big step, you know, and He'll take you the rest of the way. You'll never regret it. It'll be hard. It'll be really hard. You're going to lose friends maybe. You're going to do all sorts of things. But at the end of it, you're going to have that ticket to eternity.